Ooh, ooh, oh. I think we're good. Yes. Alright. Welcome everyone to another game for the Reddit Dota 2 League. My name is I'm a Bear and I'll be casting this. And this is what I believe is game 1 between Nobody Cares Europe and Mountain Goat Brigade. I'm excited to get this started, so let's just start watching these bands come out. Yeah. Not experienced with either of these teams, but this should be fun. So, I mean, some typical bands coming out. Definitely not to be unexpected. So, I honestly just want to get, I mean, obviously we got to do some bands, but I just want to get to the pick stage personally. I want to see what these teams are going to go for, some strategies they're going to go for, and I'm excited, so. Yeah. My apologies. I don't know if my sound is a little off right now. I got a new headset recently, so it's kind of I'm not used to the sound levels for it yet. So I'm trying to figure it out. And so yeah, right now we've got Batrider, Keeper, Nyx, and Darkseer out of the pool. I mean, typical bands. Some great support getting taken out, great offlaners are gone, and some great ganking potentials out of the game too. But I wouldn't expect anything less, so we'll see what the first pickup is going to be from Nobody Cares, and I'm not surprised seeing as he made it through the pick ban phase. It is a Magnus, and I'm excited that RP can make or break a team fight, but now I want to wonder if, depending on what Mountain Goat Brigade is thinking about, if they might go for Rubik. And because, I mean, Magnus has a wide array of skills that can be stolen and can be really useful. Skewer is great, Shockwave is great, and Power even can work too. But it really is that reverse polarity that should get Mountain Goat Brigade kind of thinking and like wondering if they want to really get that, get that Rubik for that RP. But it also, I mean, that might be a third pickup for Mountain Goat Brigade if they see some more of the things they like. I don't necessarily know if they play him, but I'm always thinking about, so I like thinking about Rubik in play just because it's always fun to watch him and see what he's up to. So yeah, we're just waiting for the picks coming up from Mountain Goat Brigade, and there is a Rubik. I kind of assumed that would come out, especially with a Magnus. And wow, some quick picks coming up. But yeah, Mountain Goat Brigade picks up Silencer and Rubik, so we can probably expect Silencer to go mid, unless they pick up another better mid, Mountain Goat Brigade, I mean, and then he'll probably be a tri-lane support. But I expect to see him go mid. Rubik, great. Great support in a tri-lane. I think it'll actually be Rubik and Bane supporting whoever Mountain Goat Brigade picks up down on the easy lane. And on Nobody Cares, we have a Lifestealer picked up and a Bounty Hunter. So Bounty Hunter is going to be in that off lane most likely, unless I've been getting fooled by this a lot lately. Seeing the tri-lane versus tri-lane. I'll see the off-lane and expect them to go in the off-lane, and lo and behold, it ends up being an offensive tri-lane. But depending on who depending on who Mountain Goat Brigade picks up for their off-lane, we'll probably see an off-lane versus versus a tri-lane that's protecting that Lifestealer. Magnus, I don't know if he's gonna go mid as an unconventional one. I think that's kind of where I'm placing him in my head. So, but yeah, Bane and Rubik are definitely going to be, for Mountain Goat Brigade, are going to be going into that, that safe lane to protect whoever that carry is going to be. But yeah, Nobody Cares definitely saw that Mountain Goat Brigade needs a strong carry, which is why they're banning out Anti-Mage, Phantom Lancer, and Luna. And then Mountain Goat Brigade knows that Nobody Cares needed some good supports. That's why Shadow Demon, Jakiro, and Lena are all out of the pool now. So some great bans coming up from both teams. Just a really quick pick ban phase right now. So, I mean, all those picks came out so quick, I just wanted to discuss them a little bit. But, oh yeah, so we're just waiting to see what Nobody Cares is going to pick up. So, I don't know. I don't know who I'd pick up for them right now. They could probably. The problem is, I would normally say like, I don't know. Maybe an Enigma could be a fun support for them. That could be interesting, especially if they could combo Magnus with the black hole. I don't know. Just a thought. Just an assumption. I mean, because they have their carry, they have their off lane, and they have maybe a mid. So, all three of these heroes are going to be the ones that are going to need the most farm and are going to need to get to the top very, very quickly. Leshrac is a great pickup for that, for a support for that life stealer. I'm actually now thinking maybe there's going to be a Wisp picked up last for Nobody Cares. I don't know. Wisp is great for those kinds of situations, especially with the life stealer. I don't know why right now, but or I guess my ping is probably going to be a little higher. I think everyone's playing on the Europe servers, so that's okay. But we see a Clockwork picked up by Mountain Goat Brigade. I think we're probably going to see him go in the off lane. So, I mean, he has some great ganking potential, especially if he can get started early and if he can start hitting hard early. So, I'm going to keep an eye on him just to see what he's going to decide to do. So, last pickup from Nobody Cares. I'm hoping for a Wisp. I love watching Wisp play, but I don't know if it's one of these guys, like signature heroes or anything. We'll have to see. Yeah, we're going into reserve time right now. And it's actually a Nature's Prophet. Wow, I'm a little speechless, I guess. I don't know, I wasn't expecting to see Nature's Prophet, but he should. We'll probably see him in the jungle with Leshrac, kind of serving as that pulling, stacking support and letting Lifestealer get lane farm. And wow, actually, Juggernaut pickup. That will be Mountain Goat Brigade's carry most likely. So yeah, we'll have to see how they lane this. I think Mountain Goat Brigade's is a little more straightforward. Rubik Bane supporting the Juggernaut, Silencer doing probably doing mid, and then Clockwork going oh no, this is not gonna be good, but we can figure it out, I think. So I think, yeah, okay, it just needed to it needed to load in. But yeah, so right now doing a quick intro of everyone. We've got Timicor on the Silencer, the Friendly Squid on the Clockwork. We've got Brosley on the Juggernaut for Mountain Goat Brigade, Ermagerd on the Bane, and finally a Cephidorf on the Rubik. And then for Nobody Cares Europe, we have a Grozamag on the Nature's Prophet. We have a Drake playing the Magnus. We have a Trash Carry player on the Life Stealer. And Geppy on the Bounty Hunter. And I believe finally we have El Zilcho on Leshrac. So, like I expected, we're going to see Juggernaut getting supported by our Rubik and our Bane down in the bottom lane. So, and I apologize if there's a little bit of a frame drop right now, guys. This is my fault. I didn't set my my settings appropriately for this. I might actually cut out the stream for a second, lower some settings, since we're gonna have to have less of a rate for this to come through. So, actually, we should be fine. I think we should be fine now. Yeah, I think we're fine now. So, I won't drop the stream. We should be okay. So, but yeah, like I said, bottom lane is expected. We have a Silencer going up against the Magnus mid. And then we have, yeah, I mean, Trash Carry player and El Zilcho are going to be top, going against this Clockwork. So, some very, very standard, laning right now. This Bounty Hunter is going to do, I mean, he's not going to get a lot of farm most likely in this lane, and now with this Sentry Ward, that's actually a really well placed Sentry Ward by that Bane. That's going to really keep Bounty Hunter from being able to stay in XP range, he's going to have to try and find some places in the jungle to like stand around to try and just sap XP, because he's not going to get farm in this lane. So that's something that I'm almost positive nobody cares is going to have to talk about to figure out. So some harass coming out from Geppy on Ermengarde, but nothing too big happening. So yeah, I think at this point both the offlaners are just going to be trying to sap some. Oh wow, I should have less hit denies. I'm sorry. They're just trying to get experience at this point, because both these tri-lanes are technically not a tri-lane up here, but some harass coming out from the Leshrac in the form of his Diabolic Edict, but nothing too bad for Clockwork yet. Yeah, what I'm surprised to see is actually that this safe lane bottom is so far pushed up, and that is because the Radiant actually, I don't know if no, they didn't block their own camp. I was going to say, oh my goodness, but no, they must have just pulled it already. So we're just going to see the Rubik waiting around for that pull, because they are very far up, and that's going to hurt the Juggernaut once this lane pushes back, and that's not something that they're going to want right now, because that's also going to give free gold, free last hitting, and free experience to this Bounty Hunter. So yeah, up in the top lane, just some general harass coming out. I might actually have to cut the stream out, guys, for a second, just to change my encode settings, but that'll only happen if there's a pause. Otherwise, I'm just going to try and power through this. But yeah, just general farming happening right now. Not too much aggression, just a little bit of harass coming out from both teams every now and then. I mean, this is actually going to be a great lane with Silencer and Magnus doing going against one another mid. They both have bottles, so there's going to be a rune control battle, and I mean, with Last Word and Curse of the Silencer is going to have some good times. Oh wow, there's actually a missed stun coming out from Leshrac, and he's super low. Could this actually be a first blood in favor of Mountain Goat Brigade on their offlane? I don't know. I think he's actually just going to rather try and get away, and Leshrac is going to get away on about 200 health, so good on them. So, but I mean, that was good on the part of Clockwork. He really was just he zoned properly, and he was able to make that engagement work for him, when honestly, if there had been a stun landed on the Clockwork, that really would have probably turned in favor of Nobody Cares. So yeah, just some more harass coming out from the Silencer in the form of the Curse of the Silence. So that's going to really drain Magnus's mana. And he doesn't have a big mana pool to start with anyways, so that's going to be hard for him to keep up in this laning phase against the Silencer. But just checking in what's happening down here. I don't really expect too much to be happening on this bottom lane, mostly because it's just it is the Bounty Hunter kind of just trying to sap experience. And actually we do see a Nightmare coming out on that Bounty Hunter, but he's just gonna walk away after it dispels. So yeah, but right now both the carries are leading in last hits, so, and they're pretty even, which makes sense against the lanes that they're in. And then next up is Magnus, which is surprising considering I kind of expect that Silencer would be harassing him a little bit more, but I mean he's 7 last hits up on that Silencer, and the Silencer is actually really low right now. So oh wow, there's actually 3 mid right now. That Rubik and the Bane are coming to assist the Silencer, and I think we're going to see the first blood taken on Magnus now. Just one, oh, the great skewer out by the Magnus. That just saved his life. I don't know if there's something happening top right now. Diabolic Edict is, and there's a stun is landed by the Leshrac, and I don't know if the last hits are going to be able to take it out. Actually, it's the Nature's Prophet who might actually get the last hit on this. I don't know. There's a bottle, and it's the last charge is used, but he's able to get away. So, some good assisting from both teams right now, but nothing really comes from this right now. Yeah, we're having some problems with lag right now, and I think that is because of the streaming. So there's not much I can do, unfortunately, at the moment, but the second I see an opportunity, I will try to stop the stream really quickly and adjust my encoding and change it up so that we can have a little less of lag on our stream and on our game. So yeah, it looks like the Dire right now have pushed up their top lane, so that's gonna leave. Or actually, no, I think it looks like that we're going to see a Lifestealer. He's going to pick up some boots of, some phase boots. So I think we might actually, I don't know if we're going to see him go a Midas this round. But, wow, an RP blown, or no, it was not blown on the Juggernaut. I forgot that that goes through that. And then there's actually a first blood taken on that Juggernaut on the part of the Magnus. A great, really well placed RP. And a great shockwave coming out from him, so good first blood on the part of Drake. So, and it looks like he wants some more. I don't know if we're going to see some more. No ult up on the Bane, which is expected at this point. He does shockwave and get them down really low. Bane only on 23 health. I'm almost positive we're going to see the Bounty Hunter look. Actually, we're going to see the Nature's Prophet TP in and get the last hit. So it also looks like the Rubik's going to go down as well, thanks to some assistance back from the Magnus again. So 3 kills really quickly, the way of Nobody Cares. Some great play, great assistance from the Bounty Hunter, the Magnus, and the Nature's Prophet. The Nature's Prophet TP really was what solidified that Bane kill. Though, I mean, Bounty Hunter might have been able to track him all the way back behind the tower and then get him in the last hit situation, or like, you know, one last like hit kind of thing. But still some great assistance from everyone, and yeah. It looks like Lifestealer knows that the Clockwork is just sitting here, but there's not much he can do, especially now that he's TPing out. Just missed the stun that Leshrac did. If he had responded a couple seconds earlier, then he probably would have been able to get something. But great ult coming out from that Juggernaut. That Sentry Ward was what let him grab that on that Bounty Hunter. And actually, I think we just saw a pick off on the Silencer mid as well at the same time. So. But I think now actually the Radiant is probably going to get a tower out of that that kill on Bounty Hunter. We actually see Clockwork. He was getting Magnus low, but now unfortunately he is kind of because of those trees coming out from the Nature's Prophet. Not much he could do in that situation. He did not get that kill. There's a port coming out from that Bounty Hunter, and I think that was a bad move. He does actually almost get taken down, and Nightmare does catch him, but now they're out of that range, and that Juggernaut is in trouble, though the Leshrac is very low. Only 200 health on him. Stun coming out from the Leshrac, not landing on anything. But both Bounty Hunter and the Leshrac are low right now. And I know that was an offensive TP trying to save that tower, maybe trying to get a last hit on the tower, but it almost might not have been worth it. So, but yeah, I mean, as we can see, that death really cut into Juggernaut's farming right now. He's very behind that Lifestealer, and they're honestly, Mountain Goat Brigade is going to have to get their farm up on the Juggernaut, because they're going to have a lot harder of a time countering this Naix when he comes online. So a last word coming out on Trash Carry Player, though he rages right after the damage comes out on him. So though I think he was actually just raging to secure a TP. Yeah, I think at this point what they're doing is they're trying to give this Rubik mid solo XP and farm, just to make sure that his ult comes online, because now that the Magnus has his RP up, the second that he uses it, they're really going to want to try and have that stolen. That's going to be really huge if they can get that stolen in a team fight. So we actually have 3 of Mountain Goat Brigade up top right now. I think they really want to push, it looks like they want to push this tower, but I don't think that Nobody Cares is going to give it away that easily. So, oh, great hook on the part of that Clockwork. And that's going to be a kill, going the way of the Bane. And now they're actually going to go looking for that Lifestealer. I don't know if that's a good idea, especially now that he has raged up. And there's a Magnus. Great 3-man RP. That's a three kills going the way of Nobody Cares. And now they're looks like actually the Bounty Hunter is going to pick off that. Is actually the Magnus that gets the pick off on the. Wow, triple kill for Magnus. And I believe it was, yeah, Nature's Prophet picked one up in there, and so did the Nakes. But that was a full team wipe. And I think that was just some great play coming out from Nobody Cares. And some great pickoffs, and they capitalized on Mountain Goat Brigade overextending and not respecting the bounds of the tower, basically. And they really punished Mountain Goat Brigade for that. And that's probably going to give them a tier 1 top. Though I don't know, they are the Mountain Goat Brigade is TPing in right now. They do know that RP is down. I think they're going to try and take out the Magnus. No, there's going to be an ult that comes out on the Nakes. Last hit does take him. Skewer on the Juggernaut, but that's not going to be enough. Rubik lifts the Magnus, and now there's actually Clockwork locks in the Bounty Hunter and takes him down. So I'm wondering if this, I don't know, there's actually an open wounds out on the Rubik, and some right clicking I think is going to take him down, and it does. So that kind of second team fight there, a little more in favor of Mountain Goat Brigade, but still overall that was still, I think, 6 for 2 engagement, and that's not the kind of thing that Mountain Goat Brigade needs right now. They need to be able to get the Snakes to stop farming. He actually hasn't gone a Hand of Midas. I do think, though, we should see an armlet come on him at this point. That's what I'm expecting, at least. And that'll really pump his damage up. So, and his survivability. Magnus is mid, RP's up, but he doesn't have the mana, but once those mana boots come online, he should. And he also has a blink now, so he doesn't have to rely on that skewer to get those RPs, but really he hasn't been relying on them anyways, because he's just been landing them, he's been landing anyways, so he doesn't have to even worry about that. Curse of the Silent coming out. Track is out on the silencer, but I think we're actually, no, we're not going to see, oh, there's actually a, wow, Bane just saved, yeah, Bane just saved Clockwork's life, grabbing him with his Fiend's Grip and killing that Bounty Hunter. Well, I mean, it was Clockwork that got the last hit, but that was a great move. Some harass coming out. Great 5-man RP in here. Some big damage coming out. Skewer back to the tower. A lot of damage is coming out. There goes the Rubik. The Bane went down earlier. I think we're going to see the Clockwork go down as well. Open wounds out on him. Yeah, some last hits. Last hit from the Nature's Prophet is the one that takes him down. Another 3 kills going the way of Nobody Cares. And I think that might be another tower where blink ahead from the Magnus just to kind of clear these creeps up. Yeah, that Juggernaut barely made it out of that fight. He had no mana, he had no health, and unfortunately his supports had to pay for it. And there's another tower in favor of Nobody Cares. I mean, this Magnus is really displacing great RPs right now. I think that last one had 4 in it. The only one that made it away was Juggernaut. And the skewer that followed was brilliant. It skewered them right back into tower range. They were in the middle of a bunch of creeps. So it was so hard for Mountain Goat Brigade to really do anything against that because they had to find a way to get out, and the Magnus sent them with one. So some great play coming out again from Nobody Cares, but it's not, I mean, it's not necessarily over yet. Considering that the Lifestealer, I mean, he is doing very well, but he's not necessarily online yet. And I think we're actually going to see, I mean, the Juggernaut should be, I mean, is a big contender right now against him still. So I think we still can see something coming from pardon me, from Mountain Goat Brigade. I believe I said Nobody Cares, but I meant to say Mountain Goat Brigade. That's my problem. Great hook on the part of that that Clockwork, and he's actually going to get the Juggernaut is going to get the lasted on the lifestealer because of that. A great silence coming out from that silencer. That global silence is so helpful, especially when your team needs it for a gank like that to prevent that rage from coming. Yeah, Magnus looks like he wanted to blink RP, realized he didn't have the mana, or he probably did have the mana, and then just wanted to get out of there anyways, knowing that he wasn't going to get something, so he skewered out very defensively. Great job on his part. And it looks like that Mountain Goat Brigade wants to get this mid tower, and I don't blame them. They've got to catch up on towers now. They've got to catch up on kills. They've got a lot to work for, and at this point they should be pretty strong still, but it is going to require some good positioning, some great steals coming out from Rubik. I haven't seen him steal anything yet, but that's not to say that we won't see that soon. But yeah, it's going to require some great steals and some great positioning on the part of Mountain Goat Brigade to start turning this game around. Yeah, it looks like the Bounty Hunter is scouting just to see if there's anyone he can pick off. He is going to get some damage out on the silencer and get a track on him. Great 2-man RP out here on the there's a TB coming in from the Nature's Prophet as well, and while there's a Nightmare, great stolen RP from Rubik, but I don't know if the damage there, it's not, the damage isn't there. The only person that goes down is that Nature's Prophet, and I think they wanted to go after the Bane, but they couldn't. Him getting behind the tower too far. The Clockwork looks like he is also actually going to pick off that that Magnus, and it's so unfortunate that the Rubik died in that engagement, because he got that stolen RP and he landed a very good reverse polarity in that engagement. It's really unfortunate that he had to go down there, but that's the kind of steals they need. And if they had Juggernaut there when that had happened, that definitely would have turned that fight around way in the favor of Mountain Goat Brigade. So we're probably, I'm personally, if I were playing, I would be keeping the Rubik and the Juggernaut close to one another. Not so close that they could get targeted by Magnus, but it needs to get to that point where that they're going to be able to do something against them. It looked like Bounty Hunter wanted to go in on mid, but they can't do much right now. They spotted the courier, but I don't think they're going to be able to get it down. It's only holding a Drum of Endurance, so it's not terribly important, but it's a great Curse of the Silent landed actually, but yeah. There's some pinks coming out. It looks like they see them moving around on Roche, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to mean anything. Is the RP up on Magnus? No, it's up in 10 seconds, though. There is Dusk coming out. I think it misses, though. No, it did grab the Bounty Hunter. I heard the Juggernaut, but I couldn't see where he'd gone. The ult came out, and it did do great. Great Clockwork initiation there. A great silence coming out. Keeping that Magnus locked down until he's dead. Great job. Tree's missing, and they're not able to take anyone else. Magnus does buy back. He knows that they need him in this team fight. And Lifesteal just picks up an armlet as well. But that was some great play by Mountain Goat Brigade. They kept that Magnus locked down for so long that he really had no chance to even try to get his ult. I mean, with that silence coming out, and great pickoff there by the Clockwork. Actually, I didn't see that land, but oh man, that was a great pickoff for him. So some harass coming out. 2-man RP right now. I think we are going to see one, maybe the Clockwork will go down as well. Yeah, with that open wounds, I think he's going to go down, and he does. So at this point, I think it is in. The Rubik actually did get the RP, though. He got the RP in that situation, and I think at this point, this is when he wants to use it. This is when he needs to try and get it out, but he's not going to get it out. He's actually going to go down instead, and he loses the RP for the second time. And now I think this is actually going to turn into the first tier 2 going down in favor of Nobody Cares. Yeah, unfortunately right now, while Juggernaut has his Yasha, he's really going to have to try to catch up to this Lifestealer. Because if we want to look at, like, gold, it is, oh wow, yeah, there's a 10,000 gold advantage in favor of the Dire at this point. And there's also almost a 7,500 XP advantage in favor of the Dire as well. So I'm not sure what they can necessarily do at this point. Looks like the Magnus is trying to do something against the Juggernaut, but I think they're actually going to be able to catch him out. No, he is actually going to probably TP out. So yeah, he makes it. There were no stuns available. Yeah, 2 man RP. 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 2 man Yeah, a little illusion about to get picked up by the little track. But I mean, this game's not over for Mountain Goat Brigade. They showed that their Rubik has a great stealing capability for that RP, and he has grabbed it twice. It's just that unfortunately they need people to be there. We do see Clockwork coming in, and also an ult coming out on that farming Nyx, and I think he's going to go down, but he's going to take the Clockwork in the process. There is a lift on the Bounty Hunter, but he is going to get nightmared. I think the second he comes out of the nightmare, he's probably going to invis, and that's what he did, actually. He was already invised. So, some pinks coming out on this Nature's Prophet. It looks like the Silencer wants to get him, though. I don't know if they can actually see this Bounty Hunter here. I think that, no, they cannot see him. But they want to go on this, he wants to go on this Nature's Prophet, but actually there's a Shadow Blade on him. So there's not much they can do at the moment. Magnus is here. Magnus cannot RP. He doesn't have enough mana. There's a silence that comes out on him. A great spin and a last hit from Silencer is what takes him down. And also that Leshrac goes down in that fight as well. So some great fighting there. Rubik apparently did try to steal from the Magnus again, but he did get Shockwave. There was no reverse polarity to steal at that point. So great turnaround on the part of Mountain Goat Brigade. And soon they are gonna want to turn one of these fights into a push. So, but yeah, I mean, this is what Juggernaut needs to do. He needs to take those engagements and just turn that into farming time. Though he is going to have to be careful of this Nature's Prophet that is going to most likely try and get a kill on him at this point. I wouldn't. Just some right clicking probably is going to actually. Oh, unfortunately, those trees missed, and he's going to make it out. Wow. If those trees had landed on that Juggernaut, I could almost guarantee that he would be dead right now. So, unfortunately, that was a miss for Nature's Prophet, but a good thing for that Juggernaut, who I believe was sitting he's sitting on 1,700 gold. So, he would not want to die. But yeah, something that I'm noticing Mountain Goat Brigade is doing a great job of is keeping up their vision. They're trying to at least provide some safety in farming because they have lost a lot of towers, and they need to make sure that their carry Juggernaut is getting a decent amount of farm, at least to try and compete with that Lifestealer. I mean, the Lifestealer has one less kill than the Juggernaut, but he has a lot more. He has had a lot more farming time, especially in the early game. He got a much better start than the Juggernaut did. So it looks like all of yeah, it looks like Mountain Goat Brigade's actually going to be porting top to do something here. So and it looks like there's thoughts of Roche coming out from Nobody Cares, and that's honestly what they could use. It looks like there's going to be a try on a pickup on the Silencer, and it's going to come. I mean, there were just too many people there. Even that silence on the Magnus, I mean, he wasn't going to... I didn't see him using RP anyways, because that stun was just so well placed by the Leshrac. So that was a great pickup on their part. They spotted that... Silencer, and Magnus skewered him down so that his team could finish the job. And that's going to be a Roche right now for Nobody Cares. But obviously the Radiant can see that it's happening, but I'm not sure that they can combat it necessarily, not with RP up. I mean, I think that there might be some sort of fight happening, but that Roshan is going to go to the Lifestealer, so yeah, they just took it down too quickly for the Radiant to really respond in any manner. But the Juggernaut is top, and he's actually going to get TP'd down upon by that Bounty Hunter. He's gonna try and spin to get out, but that RP actually cancels his TP. Great RP on the part of the Magnus, and that's gonna take down that Nature's Prophet last hit is going to take down the Juggernaut. So great job by them. Those TPs were very well placed, and it stopped that farming, that Juggernaut from farming. I mean, he's down for 45 seconds now. He probably can buy back. No, he can't actually. So let's say if he could buy back, that would be the time. But he's just lost so much gold. Taking a quick look at our net worth here. Yeah, I mean, he's behind almost all of the Dire players, which is not where he wants to be right now. I mean, it looks like that while... Ooh, wow, that was weird, sorry. Looks like while the Radiant tries to take down the middle tower, and it actually gets denied by the Lishrak, the Dire's trying to take down the tier 2 top. So, I mean, they got a lot of damage out on it, so that's almost worth it for them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think everyone at this point is just regrouping and trying to figure out what they're going to do next. I mean, Mountain Goat Brigade obviously has a little more weight on their shoulders. They're going to have to try and figure out how to kind of bring this game back from where it is at the moment. While, I mean, Nobody Cares is kind of just plotting. They have an Aegis. They can try to do some sort of initiation on the Mountain Goat Brigade if they catch them out. So I kind of expect to see them get to group up in a little bit. But actually, we see some pings coming out from the Mountain Goat Brigade on that Lishrak. They saw him alone, but I think they kind of waited a bit too long. So there's a ping. They know where he is. The Clockwork does send a rocket flare there, but it doesn't even look like they're going to go after it. They see that Nature's Prophet. That Nature's Prophet pushing down that top tower. So good job on them. Nobody Cares did take advantage of the Mountain Goat Brigade not really trying to do anything at that point. Really interesting teleport there from the Nature's Prophet. He teleported away when they saw him, but Invis is still here. While we see the Magnus actually has the Lifestealer infested inside of him. He comes out. There's a great silence coming out from the Silencer, but he's going to go down anyways. And then the Lifestealer is going to take down both Silencer and the Bane there. Though it looks like the Nature's Prophet's going to go down anyways. I don't know if we're going to see anything else come out from the Mountain Goat Brigade. There is still an RP up on the Magnus. So there's a great ult that comes out from that Juggernaut, and a Skewer is going to finish him off. I think we're going to see Clockwork go down as well. Open wounds slowing him down. There is a track on him, so he's visible anyways. Skewer coming in and taking down the Clockwork. So that's another 4-for-1 in favor of Nobody Cares. Just positioning was much better, and now they can really take this. I mean, they're going to take this opportunity to get the Radiance Ancients. I mean, there is a Desolator about to come up on the Lifestealer. He's had his armlet for a long time now, and now he's just going to be dishing out so much damage. I'm not sure that Mountain Goat Brigade can necessarily handle it now. Yeah, Nature's Prophet is going to split push that top, which is exactly what he should be doing. He's doing a very good job of keeping these lanes pushed and the like. So Magnus actually is BKB now, so it's going to be almost impossible to stop that reverse polarity from coming out on that team. On the Radiant. So actually this is a TP into the base from Nature's Prophet, and I don't know if that was necessarily a good play. Well, now they cannot see him, so I don't think Dust is up. I think Dust is on cooldown, or they don't have any more stacks. Oh no, Clockwork's got him. Clockwork is going to try and take him down. There's a Crystal Sound coming out. Yeah, that TP into the base was a bit too overextended for him, but actually Bane gets pulled out of the base and taken down by the Lifestealer. So it's still a 1-for-1 trade, even with that Nature's Prophet really overextending there. So yeah, we see BKBs everywhere. Great RP there. Only catching 2, but those are 2 very confirmed kills now. And that Silencer and the Clockwork aren't really going to be able to do anything. Now Open Wounds coming out on the Silencer, and him getting taken down as well by the Bounty Hunter, actually getting a double kill. And now this should mean a mid tower for the Dire, though they may back off because they are pretty low. And especially with that flare kind of taking them down even more. But it looks like the Lifestealer still wants to try and take it. I mean, they do have 3 down on the other team, so they might as well try something. And things, I mean, obviously having Lifesteal as Lifestealer. Open Wounds coming out, but some great cogs, some great defensive cogs coming out as well. Enfeeble and a Nightmare on the Lifestealer, but I think they're just going to let him go. That's honestly what they should do. It's not something they want to try for at the moment. But unfortunately, the more that they let the Lifestealer back off, the more time he has to farm, and he's already sitting on 2,100 gold. I'm checking Roche timer. We still have a couple minutes on Roche, so we won't see that happening anytime soon. But the second that Roche comes up, I know we are going to see. Oops, sorry. I know we are going to see a Roche attempt coming out from the Dire. Some defensive TPs coming in from Mountain Goat Brigade. I don't necessarily know. Yeah, I mean they're able to stop the push, but they're not able to get that Nature's Prophet who walked away and then is teleporting top to continue his split pushing. Yeah. Yeah, and kind of like I was guessing. I don't know if this is necessarily because of the reasons I said, but it looks like the while Magnus is actually invis right now, and that's going to lead to an easy pick off on that Rubik. Nightmare up is being used on the Bounty Hunter, though there is a skewer. I think no, and there is an RP now, and that leads to another double kill. No, it actually is only one kill because the Juggernaut was ulting that whole time, and that's how he took out the Magnus in that situation. Bounty Hunter really low is gonna have to back off, but it looks like I don't know. Juggernaut might be chasing him. I don't think so. No, they're gonna back off. So. Although it looks like Lifestealer wants a piece of this. He wants to get in, but actually I think he's just trying to stop that farm. He's not allowing Juggernaut to have any reprieve at this point. So, I mean, he has taken over the Radiant Juggle. He has no fear. Yeah, it looks like that's definitely the right move. The Radiant have to kind of defend that bottom tower and try to keep the pushes from happening. I mean, Nature's Prophet's been doing a fantastic job of keeping these lanes pushed and of not getting picked out when they are. So they do see that Lifestealer and the Leshrac coming bottom, and obviously now they're going to be able to see this Nature's Prophet as well. So I think we're just going to see the silence comes out from the silencer. Though I think they are just gonna Nobody Cares is going to just kind of back off from that situation, especially when they were all silenced. That really wasn't necessarily a good move for them. They are going to catch out this Bounty Hunter though. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be enough though. Enfeeble does come out on him. Unfortunately, I think it should have been on the Lifestealer. As you can see, that while the Bounty Hunter went down, they did pick off the Rubik in the process. But now Zilcho goes down, and it looks like the Lifestealer is going to be picked off as well. I don't know. Rubik, RP is not up. RP's finally up now. I don't know if he's gonna use it though. So, wow, Silence is right now up on that. Wow, this is just going so badly. Oh wow, full team wipe in favor of Mountain Goat Brigade. That RP just never was able to come out. He was Curse of the Silence, and then when that ended, he did get silenced, and oh. That just did not work out well at all for Nobody Cares, but it was great play on the part of Mountain Goat. They really, I doubted the Enfeeble on the Bounty Hunter, but seeing that Nake's raged and seeing how they focused him down the second that rage came down, and then kept the Magnus from reverse polaritying them, that was a fantastic job on the part of Mountain Goat Brigade, and that's just showing that there really is still a chance. They still have a big chance of coming back in this. So unfortunately, since RP wasn't used, Rubik did not get to steal it, but at this point it's better if Nobody Cares doesn't get the chance to use it, because it seems like they are trying to make sure that Rubik is included in that RP whenever it happens now. So, and I think Mountain Goat does realize that and is trying to avoid that kind of a situation, because I mean a dead Rubik is obviously useless. So I mean, if it means they don't get an RP, that's fine. So looks like just some harass coming out mid. Roshan is now up, so I don't know if that means we're going to see anything come out from, if we're going to see a Roshan attempt come out from anyone. We do see a skewer back on that Juggernaut, but it looks like he's actually going to get a pick off now. Silence comes out from the silencer, and I think that might be enough to get the Juggernaut away. No, there is an RP coming out. Some damage coming down. I don't know. No, there is no steal from the Rubik. This Rubik did not get it. Missed skewer, but I think there's going to be a last hit coming out from that Bounty Hunter. And now the rest of Mountain Goat Brigade is in a bad situation. Magnus does go down. Leshrac went down in that engagement. 3 for 2 right now. And while the lifesteal looked like he was hungry for blood, they can't really do much. They can't find anything else, especially with that enfeeble, just, you know, reducing his attack. It looks like Bounty Hunter is actually going to try and start a Roche attempt right now. And yeah, this Clockwork is in a bad situation.
Boom, there it goes.
But now they do know that the Roche attempt is happening, and I'm not sure what their what Mountain Goat Brigade's reaction to it is going to be. I think it's just going to go down. Yeah, I mean, the damage that's coming out from the Lifestealer is just so high right now, especially with that Desolator, especially with the armlet. He's just an overall great carry, so it's hard now. He's hitting his stride, and now with 4,400 or almost 4,500 gold that he's sitting on, I'm curious to see what he's going to go next. And there's the Nature's Prophet again. His split pushing is just really. I mean, he's almost able to backdoor this tower, though. I think we might see. Okay, we almost saw Nightmare come out on him, but that Shadowblade is going to save him and let him get away. So. Yeah, that backdoor actually made the tower slightly healthier, but yeah, we actually see the Nature's Prophet get picked off there as well. So. I mean, they just spotted him with their wards, and now they're actually going to deward that, so, yeah, at this point, I think Mountain Goat Brigade's actually going to try and, avoid pushing anything top, and it looks like they might try to go after bottom. I'd be interested to see that. Yeah, let's see what our gold graphs are, yeah. I mean, look at that gold advantage right now. 25,000 gold in favor of the Dire. I mean, and it shows. Oh, a great RP coming out. And there was an infested Lifestealer, though there is a Nightmare coming out. But I don't think it's really going to do anything. Magnus actually goes down. Wow, there's actually a lot of damage coming out from this Juggernaut, and the Aegis is going to be popped. Though in the process, the Silencer gets taken down by the Bounty Hunter, who's just doing a lot of damage as well. Clockwork gets a kill on the Leshrac, and now it's a battle of the, it's like a little arena battle there between, yeah, it's just Lifesteal. Look at all the damage that's coming out from him. We do have a Traxum and some drums getting popped, and a last hit from Nature's Prophet will take down that Juggernaut, and that'll be the final, that final thing that'll secure that full team wipe. Though Rubik and Bane are going to be coming up, but that means it's going to be 75 seconds without that Juggernaut, and I believe no, he cannot buy back. His buyback is down right now, so. But he's keeping up in levels surprisingly. He's 22 on par with the Lifestealer at this point, but unfortunately, he's very behind. He's behind on farm by almost 5,000 gold from him. That's a big item that he's missing. That's one big item less than Lifestealer that he has. And I mean, kind of what I was expecting is there is a basher on the Lifestealer, and now he has 4,000 more gold to go spend on whatever he pleases. While I mean, the Juggernaut, just quickly checking what he has. He only has a Manta, and I mean, he's going. I believe that he's going to be building a Battle Fury, but I'm almost sure that's a little too late at this point. But I'm not sure. I mean, with his crits, I mean, he was hitting some great crits there, and if he's expecting to see that, I mean, that will definitely transfer in the team fight. So I don't know. We'll see how that works. But everyone's just biding their time now. Though that was I will say for Mountain Goat Brigade, that was a great engagement because they did pop that Aegis on the Lifestealer. So he's no longer unkillable. I mean, he's obviously killable, but that Aegis would make it that much harder in the team fight to really take him down. So. But yeah, right now we're just waiting. I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. I honestly want to see what the Lifestealer is gonna buy. He's got one more big slot, in my opinion, that he can use. But I don't know. I don't really know what he's gonna build. So I really don't think he's saving for buyback though. And actually, Silencer gets a rod. That's actually his first big item. So obviously the Rubik only sport and mana boots. That's really all he needs. Same with Bane. Looks like the Clockwork. Yeah, he's getting a Shivas, so he's got the recipe. But he's still gotta get a couple components, and that Juggernaut is still farming up, still trying to get what he needs. So. Yeah, just some general farms still coming out. Yeah, everything's up on the Magnus. As long as that Magnus is in that team fight, it's gonna make it a hard team fight to win for the Mountain Goat Brigade. So I think they did see that Bounty Hunter, but all of Mountain Goat Brigade is mid right now. So yeah. Some harass coming up from the Clockwork and also giving them vision. Mountain Goat Brigade looks like they're going to shift top at the moment. Juggernaut gets his Battle Fury, so. Or as he would say, Battle Fury! I don't know. Bounty Hunter picking up a Hyperstone, actually. I'm wondering. We'll take some votes. I don't know if we'll see it get to this far, but oh wow! Actually, the the Juggernaut's getting picked off there. There's a stance that comes out, but wow! And there's actually a refresher up on the Magnus. I didn't see that before, and that's gonna actually solidify that team fight. Wow! I did not see that. Oh goodness gracious! I did not see that refresher orb when it came up. He must have just bought that, because that was really what, just destroyed that team fight. So, I mean, great job on him. And that almost, I think that's going to be the first set of racks. And maybe another set. I mean, they've got a long time that they can just, you know, do as they please in the base. This, nobody cares. Yeah, and I think they're gonna. Yeah, I mean, there's a GG. I mean, at this point, it's gonna be real. It would have been real hard for Mountain Goat to come back from that. It's just some great play coming out from the Magnus, and while the Rubik was a good pickup, and there were a few great steals coming out from him, it wasn't enough. So, but some great play from both sides, and yeah, here's some last hits coming out. Clockwork actually taking down that Nature's Prophet. So. Oh wow, that crit coming out from the Bounty Hunter is insane. So, yeah, I mean, even though the GGs have been pulled, there's still some great plays coming out from Mountain Goat Brigade. But I mean, I'd have to agree with their decision to kind of call it at this point. So, because it was called. So, yeah, just the racks are going down. Probably just some playful. Alright, I will count the Black King bars. Let's count Black King bars, guys. I think we can do it this way. I didn't know they did that now. We've got how many BKBs? 1, 2. Just 2. Right now. Wait. Yeah, we've got 1 on the Bounty Hunter, 1 on the Magnus, and... Oh, I thought there were more. I got sad. Yeah, I'm interesting. There was a GG, but everyone is still playing. They're probably just gonna continue playing until they're done. This is respect. But yeah, it looks like the Juggernaut's trying to push the top right now. But I don't know if he necessarily is gonna. Yes, wow, a lot of crit coming out from the Juggernaut actually. He's gonna run away though. He sees that Nake's there now. And actually, Hexstaff comes out on the Juggernaut, and that Nake's just doing so much damage. Rage out and the spin from the Juggernaut, but Juggernaut's gonna get away. I think there is gonna be great Rage steal from the Rubik and Rage up on him. I think actually the Clockwork's gonna be able to take out that the Nake's. No, he's gonna infest, get out. He's actually gonna pick off the Rubik before he goes down. And he buys back anyways, so. And now they're just trying to seek out that Bounty Hunter.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, wow, RP on the solo Juggernaut and actually takes him down, so. Yeah, I mean, even though the GGs have been pulled, there's still some great plays coming out from Mountain Goat Brigade. I mean, the Rubik was a good pickup, and there were a few great steals coming out from him, and And a buyback from him as well. Well, now it's, I mean, now it's anyone's game. We don't know who's gonna win, so, no, the push is still happening. The refreshed RP coming out on the Juggernaut, and I think they're actually going to take him down thanks to that hack staff coming out from the Nation's Prophet right before he gets nightmared. So, at this point, I think that nobody cares. Should be able to just push. No, actually, Lautrec actually gets taken down by the Shivas, and then the Clockwork hooking into him. So, wow, great damage coming out from that Life Stealer right now. Almost 300. And that's actually, there's a hard up on him as well. I was kind of expecting that to come out. So, yeah, I think this is the final little pushback from them. So, yeah, and there's the final GG. So, looks like they're still going to try and take down this Clockwork. Open wounds out on him. BKB coming out from the Magnus and a Skewer. And then last hit from that Nature's Prophet. He's going to buy a Dagon. Why the hell not? So, yeah, now finally the Radiant is going to disconnect. And some last GGs are going to come out. So, great play from both sides today. And I just think that the the play coming up from that Magnus and just in general from Nobody Cares was able to really solidify that win for them. So I mean, great job. Well played from for both teams. Again, this has been a game for the Reddit Dota 2 League, and this was Mountain Goat Brigade versus Nobody Cares Europe. And this was actually game number 2. I didn't realize that, so I apologize that I was saying that I thought this was game number 1. This is actually game number 2. This is I'm a Bear, and thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.